We got breaking news. I don't know how true this is, but there's a bomb plot. Let me see if I can wrap my head around this. It's late. There's a bomb plot in New York. Um Supposedly, it's a final act of desperation by the global elites and their empire crumbling beneath them. Whatever. I mean, I'm just relaying message to you, information. I don't know how true it is, but some was going down there. Michael Gann, 55, he's 55, was arrested for constructing 7 IEDs using internet ordered precursor chemicals, stashing 5 of them on rooftops in Soho and throwing one onto the subway tracks of the Williamsburg Bridge. IED on the Williamsburg Bridge. Stashing five of them IEDs on rooftops in Soho. This is not just a deranged loner. They always make it sound like loners. So the story goes. You know what I mean? More often than not, they always like, oh, he acted alone, and he had a, what do they call that, a manifesto? The dreaded manifesto. Well, this is saying, let's be clear here. Let's be clear. Who used to say that? That stupid, Biden's stupid, press secretary used to say, let's be clear. Shaking head, let's be clear. All right. This was not about some deranged loner. This was part of the globalists' final push to manufacture chaos, and they do want to that's all they do is manufacture. They cause chaos. It's not organic chaos. They cause weather chaos. They cause all kind of chaos in the streets with Antifa and all these idiot libtards with Kool-Aid in the hair protesting against Gaza, even though they don't know where the hell Gaza is. They don't know. They're just getting paid to act a fool in the streets, cause mayhem, or to have chaos, right? And this is all the deep state's doing. So they've tried everything they can. They've tried to start race wars, which hasn't taken off. And I am going to address common denominators. Scamdemics, they still want to, they wanted more scamdemics than that one scamdemic in 2020. They wanted to have more scamdemics, monkeypox, but that didn't take off. The bird flu, they tried to price us out of eggs, make it look real, killing chickens, right? Don't worry, COVID is not done. They're still trying another tactic, but none of this is really going to stick because we keep getting ahead of their stupid narrative and they have to move the goalposts. So that's what's happening now. So they tried to manufacture financial collapse, which they still keep. I see that in alternative, news articles about it becoming big financial collapse. So they're trying to, according to hey, what's up, RFB, banks were supposed to have already like shut down and shit, and we were supposed to already have financial chaos. That didn't happen. None of this happened. All these channels saying buy food, store up on food. This is no, there's gonna be no food. Do you know how many water bottles that these survival channels said, go stock up on water, go stock up on food, and ran out and bought water and food, tons of it. I didn't even know where to put the friggin' water. I had to put it on the damn floor of my apartment, put it on the kitchen table, and the place looks like a wreck. I have water bottles everywhere, it's all friggin' starch, the food, right? It's all starch. Shit they sell you, the survival, and it's like real small portions. In case the shit hits the fan and you can't go to Grok store and get food, you have this big pail that lasts like 20 some years or whatever, 5 years, and the portions are very small. It's all starch, very unhealthy, right? Got those. Still could go to grocery store, still get food. I'm not saying there'll never be a big event where you can't go to grocery store, but the thing is, as long as we get ahead of their bullshit Agenda 2030 narratives, they're going to constantly have to move the goalposts and change, kick that can, their goals of how they want things accomplished down the road. So they try to start race wars, scamdemics, financial collapse, border infiltration. That's still a real thing. I mean, we still have millions upon millions that are still in this country thanks to Beijing Joe Burton the last 4 years in this country. They've tried everything, but nothing really stuck yet. It's like taking your boiling macaroni or spaghetti and tossing it against the wall and see what sticks. You know, terror in the streets, all the mayhem in the streets. You've seen it, shutting down bridges, all these friggin' bullshit asshole libtards that are allowed to shut down bridges and streets and all that, and interstates. You know, but if to protest whatever the hell the protest of the day is, but if you did anything like that, you'd go to jail. You know, all this is done on purpose. But how the hell is someone you ordering IED material to make IEDs, makeshift IEDs? You ordering that online? Yeah, seriously? No. So you're ordering it online, and it's like just this one person did that. His name is Michael Gann, 55. I don't know. And do you think this guy, Michael Gann, 55, who had created 7 IEDs and placed them in certain places in New York City, do you think that he just happened to gain rooftop access in Soho, one of the most elite, surveilled, controlled real estate zones in the country? Just one guy did that. He was able to infiltrate the most heavily surveilled areas in the country, Soho. That area, Soho, is crawling with private intel agencies, high-level corporate security, UN affiliates, and deep state spook fronts disguised as art galleries and hedge funds. And yet, this one guy, 55 years old, my age, Michael Gann, accessed multiple rooftops undetected. And put that guy in a fucking heli weird movie. I mean, he's gonna put Spider-Man. He'll give Spider-Man a run for his money. He's hopping roofs and all shit, putting IEDs, everything. He's ordering IED material and putting. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. This person, Michael Gann, 55, who did this stuff, is a controlled asset, executing a small part of a much larger operation, and they were counting on everyone not noticing. Okay, but guess who did notice? This information is coming from GazetteTeller.com. It's coming from GazetteTeller.com. So don't shoot the messenger, so to speak. Take it up with GazetteTeller.com if you find any discrepancies in this. But they're saying that a guy, 55 years old, Michael Gann, he was ordering material to put together IEDs, seven of them. Put 5 of them on rooftops, stored them there. One on the Williamsburg Bridge. You know how many times we've traveled on that as a kid when I was younger? My parents did when we lived there decades ago. The Williamsburg Bridge. Seriously, Williamsburg. That's my parents' neck of the woods. He was able to manage all this. He was able to go to Soho, which is, according to Gazette Teller, the most heavily surveilled zones in the country, where even the deep state is there, where they have storefronts, you know, art galleries and things like that. They're just fronts for the corruption. And this guy was able to do that. No, he had to be part of the deep state, part of the corruption, obviously, right? One of the bombs he literally tossed onto the Williamsburg Bridge subway tracks. So I was thinking bridge, subway, I looked it up. The Williamsburg Bridge is crossed by the J.M and the Z subway lines. These lines provide a vital connection for commuters between Manhattan and Brooklyn. Okay, so bridge has subway. I didn't know that. I lived there for a time, you know, first 11 years of my life, but I was a kid. And, you know, never heard of the bridge having a subway or subway lines, but I digress at any rate. This IED was tossed literally onto the Williamsburg subway tracks. Not buried. Didn't bother to bury it, didn't bother to hide it, just deployed it, just boom, right there, front and center. And that was a dry run. It was this is a measured escalation designed to test 2 things. Number 1, don't get triggered, bitch shoot. I'm just relaying information. Number 1, the white hat's counter-response time. And number 2, the public's emotional threshold in already destabilized New York. The goal? Trigger a mass event. Blame patriots. So I guess this guy, Michael Gann, is posing as a patriot. Probably Trump supporter, right? You know. and collapse the narrative just before the EBS rolls out worldwide. I keep hearing about this, and I've been biting my typing fingers. I'm like, I'm not even going to entertain this. I'm not entertaining Nasara, Jassara, or all that, and this EBS worldwide thing. But this slipped into this article from the Gazette Teller, so I'm just letting you know that the EBS broadcast system, the emergency broadcast system, is supposed to roll out. It's been, for the longest time, been seeing it, and I just turned a blind eye. So I'm not going to entertain this. But supposedly all this ties into the EBS that's supposed to roll out worldwide. I don't know. Will it? We'll see. The timing is not just a coincidence. As of late July 2025, I don't even want to get into it. It involves Jassara, whatever. Do you think that this actually happened? I didn't see this anywhere else except for Gazette Teller. If you're listening to this video, then you can hear me. You'll get the information of where you'll know where this information came from. I just pull it out of my arse. So I don't know. I didn't see it in mainstream. All I see is Hulk Hogan. Which, I mean, did he really die? I don't know. Does anybody really die in Hollywood? I mean, or did they get shipped off to an island? I don't know. Because there's people out there that go like, this is a blah 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 blah, Hulk Hogan, blah 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 blah. You know, those videos, these truth tellers, supposedly, they hey, what's up? You know, they're off on an island. They don't really die. They just fulfilled their whatever they're supposed to do for the elites, and now they're on an island, like Epstein, like Hulk Hogan, like Ozzy Osbourne, like Malcolm Jamal Warner. I don't know. Maybe Lou Ferrigno's. All I'm saying is they're saying that this whole stupid thing was supposed to derail EBS. Whatever, it's just retarded. But I wouldn't put it past the IEDs from Deep State being placed on a bridge in New York, because for the longest time, even years ago, when we first started going down the rabbit hole, me and Mom, she would warn and tell relatives who took the jab are no longer with us. But back then, you know, she would say, "Hey, you better get out of New York because," and I used to say this, they could do something to the Lincoln Tunnel. You know, the Lincoln Tunnel is we had to drive through that. It's under the water. All they gotta do is put an IED there. Boom, flood, total chaos. You're on an island. Long Island, which comprises New York City, all right, the 5 boroughs, is pretty much 20 miles at its widest from north to south, and 100 miles from the boroughs, Brooklyn, all that, to the Hamptons. 2,000 square miles is what Long Island and the boroughs, which is all a freaking island. Not counting Manhattan. Manhattan's an island unto itself, but I'm just saying it's 2,000 square miles, which is pretty much the size of Delaware, or roughly twice the size of Rhode Island. That's Long Island, okay? You only got one way in, unless you got what are you taking, a ferry to escape Long Island, escape from New York? What are you doing? Huh? How you getting off that if they put IEDs on all these bridges and shit and tunnels and stuff? How you getting out? You're trapped. It's just like you living on a peninsula like Florida. All you have to do is somehow block off east to west, somehow, as best they can, and you got how many million? Florida's population rivals that of California. You got them trapped then. All they gotta do is just block you from leaving Florida. You're stuck on this peninsula, which almost is an island, but it's not, because you got one side that has connected to land. But all you gotta do is block that part off. You're very limited on how the hell what are you gonna do? You're gonna get on a raft, a friggin' rubber tube, and try to go to Cuba? Good luck with that. Cuba, what the hell? So you're trapped if you're in Florida, if they block off that border right there somehow. You're trapped if they put a lot of this crap over there on the tunnels and the bridges in New York. All right, and I thought this years ago, and I relayed the message to Mom, and she started shouting it from the rooftops to our family back then, get the hell out. This could happen. And here it is. Here it is, right here. Didn't happen, didn't pop off, but it could be a dry run. Who knows? Maybe Lou Ferrigno knows, some kind of deep state crap. There was another thing I wanted to touch on, but I'll get on that tomorrow. Oh, I wanted to put it on this video, but this ran too long for me. It is really unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. Now, I have, other than the Gazette Teller, I have claims of seeking truth. I have didn't see anything in any other headline from so far, and I've spent well over an hour, maybe 2 hours, scouring as I do every day or evening or night, looking for the latest. I didn't see this anywhere, this information, except for Gazette Teller. I didn't see this. Everything's been Hogan. Everything's been Ozzy and Hogan. That's all it's been. So this leads me to believe that this is a thing. It's real, and you're getting distracted by, is Hogan really dead? Is Ozzy really dead? Who knows? Maybe Lou Ferrigno knows. Sort of thing. But expect a false flag, because there's only so much as keep seeing Jeffrey Epstein. The Epstein thing keeps popping up. Keeps the talk of the town, pretty much. That's still a big thing. And there's so many people that could be in trouble if some kind of list is released, even though there was a list, a video showing a whole list on Rumble I saw like 2 months ago or a month or so ago. But who knows? Who knows with all this nonsense? One thing's for sure, false flags, we do know. They're good at that, right? To distract you and cause mass casualty events. 2025 is supposed to be a Deagle.com depop year, and Georgia Guidestone's still in effect. You know, depopulation, 500, keep the population down to 500 million. Agenda 2030, etc. That's what I got for you. But I can't wait for tomorrow night, because I am going to rip you Branch Covidians a new one. Are you serious? Yeah, are you JK? All right. Lord willing, catch you tomorrow. Just know life is short. People are dropping like flies. And take every day as a gift. All right? And don't be troll out there. Catch you next time on a shock treatment.